going to show you today is celeriac. Now in America you call it celery root, but it's exactly the same thing. There we are, celeriac. I'm going to call it celeriac because that's what I call it. Basically it's known as the ugliest vegetable in the world. It doesn't look particularly pretty, but it's very, very nice. The best way to cook it, I think, but I'm sure that you will have all your own different versions of it, is to peel it, cut it up into chunks and then roast it with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. That's how I like it. It's a nice sort of winter vegetable, but I'm going to grow that this year. I've never grown it before. You can sow it March, April. It's just the beginning of May at the moment, so I'm sure I can sneak it in. So the beginning of spring through to sort of the middle of spring, plant it then. And then it should be ready sort of the end of the summer all the way through to the winter. It does store very well once you've dug it up, once it's ready. And you've dug it up and you can store it in a frost-free place, and it stores for quite a while. Otherwise you can just chop it up into cubes and freeze it and then take it out when you're ready. But I'm going to show you how to sow these. Okay, well you just need to sow them in a seed tray. If you've seen some of the previous ones, I got these off of a dear friend of mine. He has, actually I don't know if I've mentioned them on here. A friend of mine, he's in his mid-80s and he has meals delivered to him, and they come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes in these pots, and they're perfect. They're nice and sturdy, so I asked him to save them for me. So I've stuck holes in the bottom and I use them as seed trays. They're absolutely perfect. They don't take up too much room and they're brilliant. So if you know an elderly person who has meals delivered to them, see if they get them delivered into these, because in the UK we can't recycle these with the general recycling, but I'm recycling them, so I'm really pleased. So anyway, back to celeriac. So just put some compost in the bottom, pat it down. I'm going to use this other one for something different in a minute, so we'll just use one of them. So water the compost. Okay, and then we'll just get the seeds. Now I'm not going to sow all of these, I'm just going to sow a few. They actually smell they smell of celery. They're quite bizarre actually. As soon as I opened the packet I thought, ooh, celery, but then they are from, you know, the same family as the celery, so they should do. But give it a sniff when you get them. Anyway, so we'll put a few in our hand and we'll just sprinkle them very, very carefully. Make sure your hands are dry, otherwise the seeds will stick to your fingers. Sprinkle them over the compost. They are tiny, tiny seeds, very, very tiny. I don't know if you can you see those there? Very, very tiny for what they produce. So we'll sprinkle some of them over there. I've most probably sprinkled too many, but never mind. And then just cover them up just with a little bit of compost. Make sure you've got all of it covered. There we are. And then just put the label in. Just like that. Okay, so they're ready. When I come to pricking them out, I will do a video and I will show you what they look like, and any other little stage that I do when I put them out into the soil, I'll show you that as well. But yes, I've never grown these before, so I'll be interested to see how they turn out. If you want to give them a go, I think that they're an acquired taste really. You either love them or hate them. But I'm willing to give them a go. So anyway, that's celeriac for you. Well, I hope you found that useful and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.